Hey y'all. Cause it's I saw y'all come back. Yeah. These arms, I know. Hey Jill. Hey hun, I'm here packing and cleaning. Oh wow, I'm listening. Jill, it's about that time. It's time for your trip. I just saw your intro. I like it from start to finish. Thank you for coming in and listening while you get ready for your trip. Have a great time with your mom, with your family and friends. What is it that you said they call you, the mayor? Yes, girl. Have a great time when you go back home. Going back home is going back home to see mom, and you hadn't seen her in a while. I know she's gonna be glad to see you. And like you said, sometimes it's like you already know ahead of time that you might end up having to. Well, you already know you're going back on your next trip, but it's like you have to just try to manage your time the best way possible, because you know it's so many people that you want to see, and so many people that want to see you. It's like you start planning ahead already in your mind the next 2 or 3 trips back. And she said, I feel like I'm missing something in the intro, but hey, but when more people start to, give their opinion and their input, it'll probably help you kind of figure out something. Somebody will say something, and it'll probably just be that right thing that you probably feel like you're missing. But I love it. I like you know, all those different pictures of you. I really like that. It's a lot of variety. And just the transit system, all of it. I liked all of it. My boss just asked if I wanted to work from home all this week. I may go in tomorrow, but I am thankful to work from home this week. That's good. That's good. It gives you more time to prepare and get ready. Yes, have a good time. Make sure you have a good time. I know they'll be glad to see you. Because when you're away from the area that you grew up in, or any area that you call home, because a lot of us have, 2 or 3 different places that we consider home. It's like you miss them. You miss them. And sometimes when you go back to visit, you really realize, just how much you do miss people. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Vanessa Smith says, hi, Lions Pride. Hey, Jill. Jill says, hey, Miss Vanessa. Yeah, a lot of times, when you're away from, especially your parents, or your kids, like when your kids move away, or if you move away, you really realize, you miss them all the time, but it really hits home when you're planning to go and you know that there's a trip in the making, and also when it's time to leave. When it's time to leave. Jill says, yes, and so much has changed in New York City since I've been there. Jill, look, I admire the fact that you'll get up and go. You'll get up and go. You was telling us one time how, when you feel bored or you just feel like you want to move, you'll get up and move to a new state. I've lived in other states, but I've always had family. Like, I've always had family there. There hasn't been a time where I just moved to a state and I didn't have any family there. I've worked some assignments. I've worked some assignments in states that I didn't have family in. But just like you do, like you will get up and you will move. Like, I don't know, that takes a special bravery. That takes a special kind of bravery. Just as I sure will laugh out loud. To me, that takes a certain kind of bravery. And I know a lot of people do it, but still, I just feel like that takes a certain kind of bravery. And sometimes, people just do it because they've lived where they have lived for a long time, and they just want to see what it's like to live somewhere else. And a lot of times those people they do that and they end up going back home, or they end up just staying where they are, because sometimes if you find the right place, it's like a lot of times when you go to a new place, what people have told me is that it feels like they're at home, even though they never lived there before. It's new, then they look back, it's probably like 2 or 3 years or so have passed, and they're like, it feels like they're at home. They're like they're glad that they chose the place that they chose to move to. Just as I've been here for about 18 years, wow, without one lick of family. See, I guess I'm spoiled. like I get, and you can still be spoiled, but I guess I'm just like, and you can. I was about to say I'm like I just love being able to be around family, but you can be a family person, but still want to just venture out and just move. And you've been there 18 years, so that's home too. So I'm like, I think my thing has always been, I want to be able to get in the car and drive to somebody I know, to somebody that I'm related to, rather. Even though we don't always get along. Y'all know how family is. I always want to, when I'm up north, when I'm in the south, and I'm out west, I've always lived in places where I had family. And I wonder, Jill, I believe, that's why I say I think it takes a certain kind of bravery. Because if I live, I got people in almost every state. Like, I don't think I have anyone in where? Say Kentucky. No, I got family in Kentucky. Where? Nebraska. I don't have family in Nebraska. If someone said, we have a job for you, and y'all, it could be paying like a lot of money, I'd be like, hold up, let me check with all the family and see who we got in Nebraska. That would be my first thing. Yes, New York City will always be home. Yes, that is your home. That's your home. Like, I don't know if this makes sense, but that's just naturally your home. That's where your heart is. You love it. But if you've lived somewhere for 18 years, the connections and the relationships, even though, like you said, you don't have family there, can't nobody come up to you and say that that's not your home where you are. You see what I'm saying? Like, because if you've been there for 18 years, and like you told us before, you'll just pick up and move whether you have family there or not. It's something there that has kept you there for 18 years, even if it's your job. Because sometimes we change jobs like changing shoes. Some people do. But if your job has kept you there, most people retire from after 20 years. You've been there 18 years. That's your city. That's your city. Jill says, I will only miss a few people from here. Yeah, so I can understand, like you said, New York will always be home. Because I know that there are many people that you miss, from home. Many, many people that you miss from home. But hey, like I said, you've been there 18 years. You have people who are, 16, 17 years old where you are now. That's their home, but look at how long you've been there. If you decide to stay there, forever, New York will always be home, but they can't take that away from you where you are either. You keep to yourself pretty much. See, and that's another thing too. You move to a place where it's not your home, and you keep to yourself. And you keep to yourself. Man, I believe, I don't, sometimes, they say never. But I don't believe I could, if I moved somewhere, like I was saying earlier, like Nebraska, I don't think we have anybody in our family that lives in Nebraska. I think I would get so, homesick. I would get so homesick. But if I moved to Chicago, I'm straight. If I moved to Cali, I'm straight. Anywhere up north, I'm straight. I'm talking about like Indiana, Ohio, New York, Massachusetts. I'm straight. I'm straight. Because the bulk of my family is Massachusetts and New York. So I'm straight. Most places down south, I'm straight. Because our roots are down south. So most places I'm straight. But if it's somewhere I haven't lived before, and there's no family, I could probably do it, to be honest. But I think I'd be like a, what do you call it? Like a fish. I'd be like a fish out of water. Like a fish out of water. Hey, Granny. Welcome, Granny's World. Good evening, everyone. Mosh Chat, Launch Pride. I'm out and about, stopping by to say happy Monday. Happy Monday, Granny. Happy Monday to you. And that was so nice of you to upload that happy birthday short to Sin City. Our sister, Sin City. Sister Sin City. That was so nice of you. Sin City, you know what it is, sis. Always being happy birthday. Happy birthday. Because I haven't said it on here. And I haven't talked to you today. So happy birthday. Jill says, hey, Granny's World. Vanessa says, hi, Granny. So y'all, in the title, I put Make It Happen Monday. I know, especially ladies. Men too. But usually my chat is, filled with a lot of ladies. The men come by and they grace the chat often. And I appreciate them for that. But we're talking about Make It Happen Monday. Do y'all know a time where you made it happen? Where maybe it was a financial need that you had, a need to be at work, a need to be at a certain place, not so much, just a need that you had and you didn't have the resource at the time, but you made it happen. You made it happen. Just something that's not too personal. Let me know in the chat, when was a time where you just made it happen? Didn't know how it was going to happen, but you were determined to make it happen and you did. Oh, it's Sin City's birthday. Kicking it with Sin City. Well, her channel has a new name now. Her channel has a new name. And I can't get used to it. I keep every time I just get the notification. I get the notifications, but Big Red ain't playing. I think that's what it is. Big Red ain't playing. I have to get used to it. Granny says I will check back in when I get home. Yes, it's Sin City's birthday. Jill says happy birthday, Sin City. Happy birthday. As a matter of fact, happy birthday to everyone who's had a birthday in July. I started doing this at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the month, I wish everyone a happy birthday. And, if you had a birthday, I would say drop your Cash App. I'll make a post. I think I'm going to do that again. It's not too late to do it for July. I'll make a post telling people to drop their Cash App. It's their big day. It's their birthday. So if somebody wants to just give them $1, it's $1 more than they had. And if 5 people see the post, that's $5. That's a cup of coffee somewhere. That's a cup of coffee somewhere. Okay, Granny, I appreciate you. Thank you. That's a cup of coffee somewhere. So yeah, I started doing it, and I think I stopped around April, maybe. I know I didn't do it in May, and I didn't do it in June. But I'm just going to start back making the happy birthday post. Happy birthday post to everybody who's having a birthday that month. Drop your Cash App. Somebody might bless it. They might bless it. They might send you $1. They may send you $5. You never know. They may send you more. But if they do find it in their hearts to send you something, be grateful and thankful for it. It's your big day. And I think the reason I said that I did that, be back, drive safe, Granny. Jill says, that's what I do. Yeah, I started doing it like late last year, early this year. I know for sure it was early this year. Christmas, I ain't asked nobody for Christmas, but I should have. I mean, sometimes that's when people are in a really, really giving, mood. But I guess what I was thinking is that, like, people are so busy trying to, make sure that their family is straight. You know, they have to, if they're the type of people who go Christmas shopping and things like that, they might not have the extra cash in December. But hey, on the flip side of that, some people do have extra cash in December. So hey, December birthdays, they deserve the same recognition. But I honestly think I started doing it in January. Jill says, I'm going to do that with my members. Yes, that's fun. Jill, you always doing something fun. Like even before you did your membership, you were always doing something fun. You're always recognizing your mods, one. Two, you're always having a contest or a competition, which does more than just recognize people. It allows people to, show their talents, display their talents. And, you bless them with prize money or gift cards and things like that. So you're always giving. But you know what? The sad thing about that is sometimes it seems like the more you do and give, the more people expect. I always truly appreciate it. And your channel is one of the few channels that do that type of thing, like routinely, like often. Some people may think often is every week. I think often is every other month or so, every 3 or 4 months, because some people never do it. Some people just have memberships and they just, put certain lives on their memberships and that's it. So even when you didn't have memberships, you were recognizing people. You were recognizing moderators. You were recognizing subscribers. And you were recognizing people who wanted to display their talent in whichever, competition that you were having at that time. Just as I'm going to do it with my members, you are right. I am thankful that I haven't had that experience. Right. I slowed down on the giveaways. Yeah, sometimes you have to slow down on some things. Unfortunately, I don't know. Because sometimes, hey, Sisters for Life. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Miss Deborah. Which one is it? Hey to both of you ladies. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Look, I do. I truly do. And Catherine and Deborah do that too. They do that too. They give away. They have giveaways. And, they don't have a membership either. So, Jill, that's something like you can definitely. I definitely attest to that. You do that. You did that even before your memberships. You would have giveaways. You would acknowledge people. It's Catherine. Hey, Catherine. I tried to make you a mod. It wouldn't let me. What? Hold on. Channel activity remove report. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. I had to scroll up. Sometimes you don't want to scroll and hit some stuff because y'all know sometimes you hit the wrong thing by mistake. Yep, she moved. Oh yeah, Jill knows. I think Jill shared it. I think I saw it on my feed that Jill shared it. Jill says, "Hey, Sisters for Life. It would definitely assist me with giveaways." Yeah. Yep. So I talk about that. I've talked about that before. Jill will Catherine, are you still in here? Jill will acknowledge her subscribers, moderators, and just whoever wins whatever particular event that she's having. And sometimes, y'all, it's not even always about monetary acknowledgement. You're welcome. You're welcome, Catherine. Sometimes it's not always about monetary acknowledgement. I appreciate whatever. A gift card, if it can help you in your household, a lot of times people get upset because they want you to, handle your giveaways the way they would handle their giveaways. You know, I just feel like do, do what you do things the way you would like to do on your channel and allow other people to do what they would like to do. And that's one thing I can say about Jill, about Catherine and Deborah. They are always being generous. They're always being generous. Catherine says, hello, Vanessa. You're welcome. And thank you, Jill. She says, thank you, Jill. So, yeah. Jill is about to go and visit her mom. Go visit home. So that's a good feeling. That is a nice feeling. It's starting to rain, y'all. But that's okay. That's okay. Because I love walking in the rain. I love walking in the rain. We can walk, we can jog, we can run. I take off running, my phone's gonna go everywhere. We can sprint. Okay, we can skate, we can dance, we can ride the stationary bike, we can ride the bike around the neighborhood, we can get on the treadmill, we can get on the elliptical, we can swim. Okay, there are so many things to do. Walk around your house, walk around the outside of your house, the inside of your house, your neighborhood. Thank goodness it's supposed to rain all week. It's supposed to rain all week. I know, oh, Catherine, it feels so good. It feels so good to walk in the rain. You're welcome, Jill. Catherine says, I am giving away a blanket, handmade soon. Y'all, please check out that blanket that Catherine made. I think she says it's a throw. See, you just got to come prepared. It's rainy, so like the Army said, be prepared. And if it wasn't for my phone, I wouldn't have the umbrella. I have a protective sleeve, but I don't have it with me. Because I love walking in the rain. I love it. Catherine says she likes rain too. Jill says, I like rain too, but don't like the feeling after being in the rain. I get it. Yeah, it feels kind of like after the fact, after you stop, it's all squishy and mushy. Well, it's squishy, but if you've been working out, it gets mushy because you got the rain, you got the sweat, blah, blah. But yes, but just feeling it hit, when it hits your body, oh my gosh, that's the best feeling. It cools you off. It cools you off. And it just, to me, it just feels good. I love water. I love water. It's getting a little bit harder, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna take this umbrella down when I get up under the tree because I just love it. I love the rain. I love the beach. I love the beach. Y'all know those beach sounds are my favorite sounds. The rain sounds. I love the sound of rain. It's so relaxing, especially like overnight when it's storming. Oh my gosh, I love it. But when it's storming and I have to get up and go to work, I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh. If it's storming and I have to get up and go to work, I don't like it because I want to sleep in a little bit later. When it's raining like that in the morning, like overnight into the morning, early morning hours, I want to sleep a little later. Y'all know, oh my gosh, getting up like, if you got to be at work at 7, right? It starts raining maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock when it's time to get up, 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's still raining and you got to get up. Oh my gosh. You got to get up. I'm like, oh, I wanted to just lay here and enjoy this rain. Y'all have called off from work before. The rain sounded so nice. I had to look. I had the PTO. I had the PTO, and I used it. Nothing big to do, you know, no vacation. I just used it because it was raining and it felt so good. Didn't want to get up. Yes, Vanessa. Sometimes, oh my gosh, when it starts raining around that time of morning, like an hour or two before you have to get up, I'm like, really? Really? And then, but also don't let it be an off day. Boy, if you're off and it rains like that, love it. Love it. Catherine says, I like walking in the rain, but going to work, I don't. Okay, I don't either. No joy. Oh my gosh. Well, you gotta go to work in it. That's a whole different story. So look at the legs move. Y'all know what I say over here in Lions Pride. Look at the legs move. Hopefully those legs will encourage you to move, okay? Okay. Walk, walk, walk. You can walk, you can run, you can jump, you can skip, you can hop. You can jump rope, okay? You can skate. You can get on your hoverboard. You can dance, all right? But if you get out there and you skate, make sure you put on knee pads and elbow pads, okay? Hip pads too. Put on some hip pads, y'all. It doesn't matter what the people say, okay? Put those knee pads on, those hip pads on, and those elbow pads. If you got shoulder pads, put them on. Put them on. Put them on, because you want to be safe. You want to be safe. And a lot of people, shoot, a lot of people still skate. They're like 80 years old skating. I don't know if you guys remember Miss Robbie on Sweetie Pies. I think she's in her 80s now, and she probably still skates, because I saw her recently win an award. Miss Robbie still got it going on, and she's like 81 maybe. But when Sweetie Pies was on, she was in her 70s, and she would go skating. She wouldn't have on any knee pads and stuff though. See, she's a skater at heart. She's a skater at heart. Miss Robbie would be skating, enjoying herself. It would be her, her sister, you know, just members of her family. So if you can do it, but just be safe. Skating is fun. Skating is fun. Even if you've never skated before, put those knee pads on, those elbow pads on, those hip pads on. Make sure you got some good ones, okay? Make sure you got some good ones. And just go. You can even get one of those assist devices. You know, like sometimes they use it a lot in ice skating. But you can get one of the assist devices. It looks like a walker. And you can use that. Hey, Betty. Hey, Retirement Days. Welcome to the chat. How are you? How are you? What are you cooking up today? Are you cooking today? I know Jill's getting ready. But that being said, you guys still go over and check out some of those dishes. She has a channel filled with delicious looking dishes, okay? She put a pretzel up today. That thing looks so big. Jill said the picture made it look bigger. That pretzel looked big. It looked big. Catherine says, I seen something on YouTube. Here soon, apply for something and... Okay, I seen something on YouTube. Here soon, apply for something and got rejected. I have to check it out. Did someone on YouTube apply for something? Vanessa says, hi, Retirement Days. Yes, put on those pads, shoulder pads, elbow pads, hip pads, and knee pads. And get you an assistance device. And you could be rolling. Like, look, I'm not promising you that you won't fall because you have that assistance device, okay? I'm not gonna promise you that. But it will help to keep you sturdy, and hopefully it will prevent you from falling. Okay? And don't be ashamed to use it. You have young people using those because everybody doesn't know how to skate. You have a lot of young people that don't know how to skate. Miss Robbie's son. Okay, the one in jail. I forgot his name. Okay, Tim. Oh, did he what did he apply for parole? I seen something on YouTube. Her son applied for something and got okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that up too. Cause look, like I did see him. I saw his face. Somebody was doing like commentary on it, but I didn't stop to listen to what they were talking about. But it did say that he applied for something. So I can't remember what it was either. Catherine, I gotta look too. Yes, he did apply for something. Jill says happy retirement days. The one, oh, okay, yeah, Tim. See, what's your name? Ashutash. If that's not your name, that's what it's gonna be. See, that's why YouTube had your comment. That's why YouTube had your comment, because you don't know how to act. Now, I'm trying not to be in petty mode today, even with the trolls, but I will get in petty mode, okay? Okay? Your wife won't let you see that. These trolls be so funny. The trolls be so funny. Y'all, I keep telling y'all, if the trolls got paid, they break the bank. If the trolls got paid, they break the bank. They already do so much for free. Look, if the trolls got paid, they make more than the content creators, okay? I know, Catherine. If the trolls got paid, they make more than the content creators. You see the legs, Ashley? Don't you see the legs? Watch the legs move. Watch the legs move. Watch the legs move. Jill says they must have me blocked because I didn't see them. Oh, I hid them, Jill. You probably looked right after I hid them. Talking about show him that. I was like, show you? Where your wife at? Where your lady at? Don't you see these legs? Ain't that enough? Catherine said she didn't see it either. YouTube, first they held it. So that might be why y'all didn't see it. But I think the mods should still be able to see it. Because it'll say show or hide. So they held it. And then I hid it. But his name is Ashutosh. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Ashutosh Singh. He sounds like a troll. Oh, like they'll block the mods before they get in here and show out. You know what, Jill? I never even thought about that. I have heard people say that before, but lately I haven't thought about it. Cause it's like, you know, after that, after they went to the long form of streaming, they have gotten crazy. But yeah, you see, that's a lot of trouble. That is a lot of trouble to go through. To go and block the mods just so you can say something and put it in the chat. That is so crazy. I didn't even know until, well, it's been a while now that I've known, but because, like, say for instance, mods have each other blocked. You can still see each other if your mods in the same chat, but if people have you blocked, the mods won't see you. That's crazy. I thought mods were supposed to be able to see anybody, even if they were blocked, as long as they were mods. But if they were anywhere else, then they couldn't see. Girl, Sarah, let's just let you know, some of these people own a manual. They own a troll manual. I'm telling y'all, trolls would be richer than the content creators. They would make more money than the content creators, because there are quite a few rich content creators, but just generally speaking, they make more money. They would make more money than the content creators. They surely would. They would make more money than content creators. Because look at how well they troll for free. I say it all the time. Look at how well they troll for free. Look at how well they troll for free. They would make more money than some of the content creators. Catherine says, wow, they doing that. Yes, Catherine, it's like they have a manual or something. It's like they have a manual on ways to harass the chat, ways to harass the content creator, ways to maneuver before getting caught. And some of them have so many channels. So many channels. It's ridiculous. How many channels? Hold on, my umbrella is hitting something. I'm like, what is that noise? I know I heard something. I thought it was a neighbor, but it's my umbrella hitting my backpack. That is so crazy. Blocked them. See, I'm telling y'all, they slick. They get slick. I didn't even think about. I heard somebody say that a long time ago that a troll had to have had them blocked. A mod say that, but I didn't even think about that until Jill just said it. Like now, these people are something else. Catherine says about maybe a year ago, I had 3,000 trolls came in my live. What? Me and Denise that night? Crazy. Wow. Denise, you mean Books? Are you talking about Books? Look, because I think I remember her talking about that. I remember you talking about it, Catherine. I remember that. I don't remember exactly when it was. Like you said, it's been over a year. I remember all those trolls came into you all's chat. I'm like, what the heck? You know, at that point, you know how, like I say, some of them, I let them stay in here because it's a view. Yeah, I remember y'all talking about that. I'll let them stay in because it's a view. But when you get that many, look, I think with that many, I probably would have just let the live run. I would have let the live run. But you know what? You can't do that because then they'll start spamming. They'll start spamming your chat with all those emojis running across the screen. You have to let them know, don't be spamming my chat. Don't spam the chat. That's why a lot of times when people, you know, want to give you an option or choice now, they just say drop a 1 or a 2 because some people go haywire with the emojis. Like 1 or 2 is fine. Maybe even 3 or 4. But when you start doing that, and especially if it's a lot of them, YouTube will clink clink. They will clink clink. Vernon says, yo. Yeah, Jill, it's like a lot of people don't get that. Like don't be putting all those emojis in here. And if you do want to give people, like, tell them to answer a question or something, 1 or 2 is the best thing. Or like a happy face or sad face or something. And like I said, it's not that you can't put them in, but they don't like a lot of them. Heck, even Nightbot will say, don't put all those in. Vern, what you say? You gonna make me, hold on, I'm gonna look at your message so I can call you out. Potentially inappropriate messages are here for review. They in here. So I gotta hide you too, Vernon. Because I know it was you, because you were the next person to come in here. That doesn't absolutely necessarily mean it was you, but it was you. But I bet it was. I bet it was. Share me out. No, don't share me out, you darn troll, because I don't like being shared anyway. Because of things like that. That have you in a whole different algorithm, different sector, all kind of stuff. That's why I just say, please, if you don't mind, tap that like button, tap the screen twice. I don't ask for all the other stuff. Leave a comment or 2 if you would like. We would appreciate the engagement. Or just watch. There are so many different ways. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And once you've subscribed, please tap that notification bell, better known as my YouTube doorbell, so that you'll be notified every time I upload a live or short, every time I do a live. And if you missed the live, catch the replay. And hopefully you'll be notified of the shorts and any other videos that I upload. I don't really upload videos though. I don't really upload videos though. Jill said log. Earl, I'm like, I was being petty with him, then I had to think about it. I'm like, nah, don't share me out because I don't like being shared anyway. There's so many other ways you can do. That's why I never get upset with the way people support. Some people just watch. You know, watch. It's kind of like when we're talking about exercising. There's so many ways you can do things. You can watch. You can drop a comment. Just say hello if you don't want to engage any further than that. Or you can, drop a couple of comments. But be polite. Respect the content creator. Respect their chats. Respect, the moderators, the subscribers. Just be respectful, okay? Don't be inappropriate. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. That's a fourth way. Once you subscribe, tap that notification bell. Okay, if you missed the live, if it was a live, catch the replay. There are a lot of things. There are a plethora of things you can do. You don't have to come in being ugly trolls. Jill says, okay. Man, I used to like it, but I don't like it. I don't fuss about it. I don't fuss about it, Jill. No, I don't fuss about it. But I just don't. It's like when you share, you get put in certain whether you like it or not, sectors, because that's what they have on here, sectors. And you get put in certain algorithms, but sometimes those people just find you anyway. Sometimes those people just find you anyway. But I like to do what seems like has worked for me for a long time. So if people were just, more on the same page, because a lot of times you end up getting in a situation where you're not really on the same page as that person. And then it's like YouTube just keeps suggesting. And I'm like, okay, I put do not recommend. Have y'all had that problem where you would put do not recommend and they recommend you anyway? Like, have y'all had that? They recommend the channel to you anyway. To me, I'm thinking, when I would hear people say that, I didn't pay a lot of attention at first, to the three dots on the side when you get a notification. I didn't really never click on those. But when I click on them now, and you see that do not recommend and all that stuff, I'm like, that's a great resource. But I've used it, and they still recommend. They may give you a break, but they still recommend. So now what I think is, what I thought was, sometimes if you hit do not recommend, but you later go back and watch a video by that channel, then it kind of restarts it. But I don't do that. If I put do not recommend, I don't go back to watch. If I literally put do not recommend, I don't go back to watch. But what I notice is YouTube will still send it. And I think that is because even though I put do not recommend, so many of us travel in the same, circles, communities. Even if you're not a circle person, you watch somebody, and a lot of times those people watch somebody that you said do not recommend. And so eventually it comes back up. Jill says because she be everywhere. Jill be everywhere. Yes. See, Jill, let me tell you, you're a people person. Even though, like you say, you hang to yourself on here, you're a people person. Me, my patience are as short as a finger snap. And so if I can just avoid certain things, I do as long as I can. Some things you can't. But it's just like, I wish it could be that you only get recommended where you go. I wish that was how it was. I wish that's how it was. Annette Banks says, Jill says, I do laugh out loud. Annette Banks says, hello, Lions. How are you? See you still walking. Wonderful. That's dedication. Thank you, Annette. Great job. Just dropped by to say hi and hello and to everyone. Thank you, Annette, for dropping by saying hello. I appreciate you. I appreciate your kind words. Jill says, hello, Annette. Yeah. I forgot what I asked y'all. The title, Make It Happen Monday. What has been a time that's not really private, that's not private, that you wouldn't mind putting in the chat or sharing, where something came up and you had to make something happen? Whether it was a field trip for your kid, whether it was a trip for you, like a trip that you really wanted to go on, and it's like you're thinking, my resources are not really what they need to be for me to be going on this trip, but everybody who's going, it's really fun, and you found a way to make it happen. Or getting off of work. Remember I was talking about work? Sometimes it can rain and it'll rain so much, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go to work today. Like, what did you do? How did you play hooky from work? How did you play hooky from school? What did you do to make it happen? Everyone speaking to Annette. Annette says, hello, ladies. Hope all is well. Vanessa, Jill, Miss Catherine says, hello. Hello, 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 Annette. So you ladies, tell me something that came up for you that was fun. It could be something fun. It doesn't have to be like a serious situation. And you really weren't in the position at the time to make it happen, or to participate or partake in whatever it is that came up, but you made it happen. Like you made it happen. Y'all, I ain't gonna even lie to you. For me, it was a trip. I've been to Vegas, I don't know how many times, right? But this one particular trip, y'all, we was gonna have a lot of fun. We were going to have a lot of fun, okay? And look, I had the resources. I had the financial resources, but I was going to have to take off work without pay, because my time off hadn't accumulated to what I needed. So I had some time off. I had some PTO, but it wasn't. We were staying for a week. I think I had enough for like maybe a few days, not the whole week. Man, look, I ended up, y'all, I took the time off, right? So about half of it was gonna be non-paid. Went to Vegas, y'all, and won a lot of money. I ain't gonna went to Vegas and won a lot of money that time. Okay, Jill. Catherine said, stay home from work. Yeah. That's one. That's a big one, Catherine. That is a big one. Yep. Because that's what mine was. It was basically, they're like, you can be off, but you only have this much PTO. So you won't get paid for the other. And I'm like, that's all I got. And I hadn't taken a lot of days off. That wasn't what it was. It was like, they're a really good job. They're a really good job. Because a lot of jobs, they make you wait for a while before taking, a week off. So they didn't make me wait. And I think because I had talked with the administration before I got hired and told them about it, that I wanted to, but I wasn't sure. So he was just like, well, okay, just, give us enough notice to let us know that you'll need to be off that week. So it wasn't a real big deal. It was just do I go and don't get paid for those days, or do I stay my butt at home? Catherine says, I'm not doing that. When you lose a day, that check look like. Catherine, it don't be looking good. It don't be looking right. It really don't. But, man, I was like, forget that. I'm going. I went and won more money than that check would have been. And some. Ooh, and some. And honestly, and some. I was so glad I didn't know what to do. Hi, Joshua. Joshua says, hi, sister for life. Yeah, so yeah. So it worked out. It worked out. Man, I won enough of that go around till I was glad. I was like, I was glad. Do y'all hear that rain? It's still raining. It feels so good. It feels so good. Well, let me tell you, even though it's breezy and we have a light rain, that sweat is still popping. That sweat is still popping. Okay? That sweat is still popping. It is still popping. I dropped my, hold on, y'all. I gotta put my, let me see. I'm gonna have to sit it on the curb somewhere because I bent over. Hold on 1 second. Woo. Okay, I dropped my earpiece. Had to get it. I dropped my brack, my phone brack. I dropped my phone brack. I took it off because it becomes annoying. It's more annoying than anything. I see Joshua speaking to everybody. Thank you, Joshua. Now that's nice. $10,000, etc. being no. Catherine, keep going. Yeah, it was well worth the vacation. I'm telling you. Yep. It was well worth the vacation. So, yeah. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that trip. I'm not gonna lie to you. Vegas is fun. Vegas is a fun place. It is a fun place. But so are a lot of other places. I remember growing up, everybody always wanted to go to Vegas, And it wasn't about the gambling or anything, because heck, we didn't know anything about gambling. We just saw the lights, the glitz, the lights, the glitz, the glamour. You know, we saw the, thank you, Joshua. We saw the lights, the glamour, the action. So, and the one thing I will say about Vegas, as far as the strip goes, is everything that you see on TV. That's one place that is all that you see on TV. Well, you don't see everything about it on TV, but what you see on TV, you can definitely expect to see it. You can definitely expect to see it. And then there's so many other good, nice things to do. You know, so many other nice things to do in the city. Catherine says, okay, now. Yes, Catherine, I was like, man, I've been sitting up here talking about I ain't gonna get paid. Okay, oh well. I was like, oh well. That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, I was glad. It's starting to rain harder, y'all. And I'm telling you, the longer I walk in, the more I want to walk in it. But I forgot my sleeve. I don't know how I forgot my phone sleeve. I don't. So today is Monday. New day, new Monday, new week. What plans do you guys have? Before I get out of here, what do you plan on doing? We're slap in the middle of summer. Have any of you taken a summer vacation? Do you plan to take a summer vacation? Catherine says not interested in the light action where that one-handed bandit. Yeah, it's so much. And I like to go, when I go to Vegas, I like to go in the late fall. I like to go like October, November, because you don't have to wear a jacket. At night, you might have to throw on a thin jacket, a light sweater, but you don't have to, you don't have to wear a jacket or anything. And it's like almost Thanksgiving. It's almost Thanksgiving. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate you. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you for dropping in the chat. So, you can just, it feels like it's fall. Some days it even still feels like summer in October, November. I think the quickest trip to Vegas I had was we went to the award show. We didn't stay that long. We went to the award show. No idea yet, just might chill. Steven says we work all week with no hope of vacationing. Steven, do you have any vacation time accrued? Take you a break. Let me wipe this off real quick. I hate rubbing the screen because I don't want to hit anything by mistake. Do you have any vacation time accrued? Sisters for Life says, hello, Stephen. Yeah, I think the quickest trip to Vegas was one of my trips to the awards show. I think it was Soul Train. I think one of the times I went to the Soul Train Awards. We were in there and out of there. We were in there and out of there. Oh, okay, you used it to go to the eclipse. Are you in the States or did you travel from outside of the country? Because I'm in the States. So are you in the States or did you travel from outside of the country? Because a lot of people came from a lot of different countries to see the eclipse. They came from really, really far to see the eclipse. I know some people, they made a family and friends vacation of it. So I bet that was fun. It's been 115 degrees for a week straight in Vegas. I can believe that. I can believe it. That's why when I go to Vegas, I try to wait until fall, like late fall, because it gets hot. I can't remember where, but somewhere it reached 130 degrees. I think last week. I think it was early last week. I think in Oklahoma, I'm gonna have to ask Donna, but I saw on the news that somewhere in Oklahoma it was 124. So, because I know, where it is in one place in Oklahoma, it may not be in another place, but I saw that somewhere in Oklahoma, I think it was a little over a week ago, it was like 124 degrees. So a lot of places, there was record-setting heat last week. There was record-setting heat. Hold on, I got rain on my phone. Oh, Laird Hot Springs. Okay, Laird Hot Springs. It was record-setting heat, and I think it was 124 degrees. I forgot. The record wasn't. It broke it by a degree. I think that whatever the record was, it was 123, and so at that point, it was 124. And there was somewhere else that I can't remember, and it ended up being like 130 degrees. That's hot, y'all. That's hot. So I think I'm going to get out of here. I thank each and every one of you guys for coming to this chat, for saying hello. I thank those who didn't say anything but watched for a few seconds, a minute or two, however long you watched. I appreciate you too. If you don't mind, you know I don't fuss about it. Please give me a like. Hit that thumbs up. Look at the legs moving. Be motivated to move, okay? Be motivated to get up and to move consistently for 30 minutes out of the day, 5 days a week. There's nothing wrong with doing cardio 7 days a week. But hey, we got to start somewhere. And for some people, 5 is a lot. But you can do cardio every day, right? Okay. Remember, with your weight training, your resistance exercises, give yourself a day break in between working each muscle group, okay? You do upper body Monday, give yourself a break Tuesday, hit it again Wednesday. Lower body Tuesday, give it a break Wednesday, and hit it again Thursday. Your abdominals, you can work every day. Now, that being said about the abdominals, some people choose not to do it every day because in the position that you're in, sometimes, you don't really need to do it every day. It kind of helps you to avoid the risk of injury, okay? But some people are pros at this, okay? And some people know how to do them every day without hurting themselves. I love it. Okay, so do that. Make sure that you're still staying hydrated. Even if the temperatures aren't as high as they have been, make sure that you're staying hydrated, okay? Stay hydrated. And remember, there are simple ways that I tell you guys about checking your hydration, right? If your lips are dry, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're dehydrated, because some people just suffer from dry lips or their lips dry quickly. But that is one of the first signs for many people of dehydration, okay? Dry lips, thirst. That first key one is thirst. You may not be, you don't have to be dehydrated enough to go to the hospital. But when you're thirsty, that means you need to drink something, okay? That is the early sign to prevent dehydration. We'll put it that way. For those who really know, it is the first sign of dehydration. But just from a layman's perspective, if you're thirsty, go ahead and get you something to drink. Don't put it off, okay? Don't put it off. Steve says, that's too hot. Yes, it is. Catherine says, okay, darling, thank you so much for coming in. Catherine, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Stephen. Jill's Comfort Zone, I appreciate you. Who else came through here? Vanessa, Annette, Joshua. Thank each and every person that came through, whether you said anything or not. Again, it was support. It was a view, okay? It was a view. Thank you to the 11 people who tapped that thumbs up, okay? I appreciate you. All right? Now, you guys be good. Don't bother anybody, because as I always say, don't let bother people bother you, right? Don't let bother people bother you, and don't let stressed people stress you out. Because sometimes people can be so stressed, they'll put that stress on you and you'll become stressed out. Stress makes you miserable. So if you find yourself in somebody's misery place, their misery lounge or anything like that, GYGAG, grab your grip and go. Okay? Grab your grip and go. Okay? And as I always say, and as I will continue to say, before starting or restarting any exercise program, regimen, routine, always consult your healthcare provider, which is your primary doctor, nurse practitioner, CRNP, physician's assistant, nutritionist, okay, occupational therapist, physical therapist. It's a collaborative effort. And as I always say, you are in the nucleus. So with whatever you guys come up with together, remember, you are the nucleus. And if you feel strained or like it's too much, let them know. Let them know. And you need to slow down and you need to stop and you guys need to revisit. Okay? You need to revisit the plan. You need to revisit the plan. Good night, Vanessa. Vanessa says, good night, Lance Pride and everyone. Catherine says, right on, right on, right on, right on. You always, 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 you know, you are the nucleus, okay? And if you feel like you need to speak with someone else, you need to change any of those people, go with what your discernment tells you. Go with what your heart tells you. Go with what your intuition tells you, okay? And it doesn't matter what you're doing, what type of activity that you're doing. I think it stopped raining, y'all. Slow down and or stop, okay? Slow down and or stop. Revisit that thing, okay? And come up with a different plan, okay? What's the key word? Moderation. Moderation is key. Moderation is key when it comes to your nutrition, okay? Moderation is key when it comes to your exercise, because we want to work that body, but make sure you don't hurt that body. Work your body, Make sure you don't hurt your body, okay? Don't be trying to be impressive. Don't be trying to do things that you know you cannot do, okay? Work up to a level that's comfortable for you. Your endurance and your stamina will increase. But there are sometimes issues that people have, and there are things that they're doing that they shouldn't be doing, okay? Okay, we drop nuggets over here. We drop nuggets in Lion's Pride, right? So what I want you guys to do, whether I'm dropping the nuggets, whether somebody else in the chat is dropping the nuggets, we drop nuggets for each other. When we pick those nuggets up, we can't always just straight apply them to the things that we do, right? But the nuggets are for us to research, right? Research. You can take it to Google. You know, don't let Google has some people like frantic. When you go to Google, make sure that you're looking at reputable sites, the .govs, the .orgs, okay? And there are the .edus. There are some good .nets and some .coms, but the .org, the .edu, and the .govs, try those sites first. Always look at those sites first. And always know that sometimes you learn things that change, right? That's why it's called continuing education. Continuing education. And don't listen to someone who is not doing what they're telling you to do. If someone's telling you to check with your doctor, that's good. But have they checked with their doctor? Have they? Make sure that they have. Because what type of motivation is that? I would never tell anyone to do something I haven't done. Okay? Ever. I don't care. I can find a whole lot of stuff to talk about, but I'll never do that. If I tell you to do it, I do it. Right? If I tell you, and we're all adults, sometimes we say it's kind of like when we were growing up. And our parents say, do as I say, not as I do. And we all would always be like, huh? Do as you say, not as you do. Well, you're setting an example by what you do, right? But hey, parents are still gonna always say that. Some. I might go home and say it today. But the value is in doing what they do. If you want someone else to do something and it's good, you've got to be willing to do it too. Okay? So before I say go to your doctor, call your doctor, consult your doctor, I have to have done that too. Okay? Because that's called disseminating information. Sometimes we're disseminating false information, and if we're not in certain professions or certain fields, we're going by what we heard another content creator say. We're going by something we saw on Google. You know? And again, Google has a lot of good information, but make sure you're going to the correct sites, the reputable sites. Okay? Because even as content creators, there are things that we do, each and every one of us. And we may know that it's not really the correct way for everyone else to do it. So we have to be careful about the way we disseminate information. All right? So on that note, you guys know that I always wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. Okay? Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. And we go through that sometimes. But after a while, Check those 3 things and keep them in check. Those 2 things, okay? Keep the peace, keep the positivity, because with chaos and negativity, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. Okay? So peace, positivity, and prosperity. Peace, positivity, and prosperity. We're human. We're not perfect. Because I ain't perfect. I be telling y'all, I got flaws. I got flaws, okay? But the thing about it is acknowledging your flaws. A lot of us haven't gotten to the point of acknowledging flaws yet. Shoot, I'm gonna tell you about me. I acknowledge them now, still be hanging on to it. I acknowledge my flaws, right? And I still be hanging on to my flaws. So we have to do better, you know? Okay, Jill, thank you for coming back. So we have to do better. Yes, we all do. I think sometimes the problem comes is when we don't acknowledge them. I acknowledge them. Y'all, just telling y'all, my patience are short. They're finger snap quick. New York second quick. They're short. And sometimes I have to tell myself, pipe down, pipe down, pipe down. Don't let your blood pressure get up too high. You know, we're human. Our blood pressure fluctuates throughout the day. Don't let the things or the people who aren't too important to you get it up too high. Okay? So, in order to work on your flaws, you have to acknowledge your flaws. And so I've told my flaws before. My patience are short. I get angered quickly. So to me, those are flaws, because those are negative things. You know? I mean, some people, their patience have been short from the time they entered the world, and they'll always be short. But you can work on them. You know, you can work on them. Sometimes you're going to keep those flaws. Sometimes you can improve them. Sometimes, heck, you can get rid of them. But sometimes the best that you can do is to work on them and improve them. And once you've acknowledged it, that's a lot. That is a lot. Acknowledging your flaws, that's a lot. Now, you need to work on them. Are you going to be perfect? No. Will you still have that flaw? A lot of times, yes. But it's better to be better, right? It's better to be better. You know where you come from, okay? You know where you've come from. And a lot of us have come a long way from where we used to be. So that's all we can do is try. Jill says, right, we all have flaws. Veronica says, hello, everyone in the chat. Hey, Veronica, welcome into the chat. Veronica Lucius TV, glad to have you. Glad to see you in the chat. I'm walking in a little bit of rain. It's not bad right now. It's not bad right now. And I ended the live basically a few minutes ago, and I just kept talking. Just kept talking. Catherine, you still here? I thought Catherine was gone. Catherine says, hello, Veronica. You know, you have to be willing to. You don't have to be willing to, but if you want to improve, like some people acknowledge their flaws and they don't want to improve. They say it's gotten them that far and that's how they like it. They like what it is. But me, I would like to work on my patience. You know, I would like to work on my patience. You know, you have to, we're all works in progress. People say that all the time. So if we're works in progress, what are we working on? We all have flaws. Like Jill said, we all have flaws. And some of us, we do acknowledge them, but we just don't work on them too well. We just don't work on them too well. Catherine and Jill says, hello, Veronica. Nice to have you in the chat again. I appreciate you. So yeah, we all have flaws, y'all. We don't work on them too well. And a lot of times, you know, social media can be helpful and social media can be harmful. So just like we were talking about exercising, eating, social media is key. It's key. And we've talked about fasting before over here. Some people fast from many different things for many different reasons. And I think I did tell you guys, I have a friend. I love football. But in every January, we can't talk trash to each other because he fasts. He fasts from social media. Now, when we see each other, we can, you know, if we're out in the community or we're at church or something like that, we can. But he fasts from all platforms the month of January. Veronica says, I love me some cardio. I wanted to go outside and walk. I'd like to walk when it's real hot. I'd like to walk when it's real hot outside, but instead I got on my treadmill. Yes, stay cool. Stay cool. Hopefully I can go outside tomorrow. Yes, hopefully you can, because that's what I was saying earlier too. If it's too hot, a lot of people go early in the morning when it's not as hot, or late in the evening. But when it's just too hot, or you kind of, your schedule won't allow you to do it, do what you can inside. You know, if you have a treadmill, a stationary bike, an elliptical, and if you don't have those things, like Rock Just Living said yesterday, walk in place. You can walk in place. You can walk around the biggest room of your house, do laps around the biggest room of your house, or every room of your house. Do so many laps. Walk around the outside of your house. Okay, walk the block. Just walk the block. But for those cases, like you said, when it's too hot, get on your treadmill, get on your stationary bike, get on your elliptical, dance, turn on some music and dance. Turn on some music and dance. You know, but we want to remember the word radar. Y'all know I love the R words, right? Radar, R-A-D-A-R. Starts with R, ends with R. You want to start with stretching and end with stretching. That's how I think of it. I have so many different acronyms and so many different ways that make working out fun for me. Y'all know it's my appetite. I mean, not my appetite. Great day. It's my appetizer, my entree, and my dessert. That's what my workout routine is. My appetizer, my entree, my dessert. So come up with something that works for you, you know, to make you to, you know, acronyms help you to remember a lot of things, a lot of different things in life. So for me, radar. I remember to start off stretching and end stretching. Okay? I start off with dynamic stretching and I end with static stretching. And so the A would be my warm up. The other A on the other side is my cool down. And the D is my workout. That's how I look at that. I forgot what you call those words. The words that you flip around and they're spelled the same. So there are a lot of different ways. But yes, Veronica, go to the mall. You can go to the mall and walk around. A lot of places are losing their malls. And it's been happening for a few years now. A lot of places, a lot of cities have malls, but they're like strip malls. They don't really have the covered indoor malls a lot. There's still some, but some places don't have them. But if you do, you can walk around the mall. Again, walk around the inside of your air-conditioned home, okay? Walk in place, walk around a room, walk around a few rooms. Get your Fitbit, put your Fitbit on, see where your steps are. You know, in certain jobs, you know you hit your 10,000 a day. You know you hit your 10,000 a day. And you know, and again, that's one of those things, it's different for different people. The average American, I think, gets like 3,000 to 4,000 steps in a day. But of course, depending on what your job is, that can be more, that can be less. Doctors, nurses, they probably clocking 20,000 or more. They're probably clocking 20,000 or more steps a day. They're on the go. They're on the go. Even teachers get a lot of steps in. You know, so always think safety first. Always think safety first. Even when you've talked with your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your nutritionist, your personal trainer, your therapist, be it your physical therapist, your occupational therapist, always think safety first, okay? And if they're trying to get you to do something that seems like it's a bit too much, be vocal about it. Let them know. Let them know. If you think it's okay and you get home and it's a bit much, modify. Modify. Change it up. Switch it up. Okay? And you want to switch up your exercises anyway, because your body will get to a point where you will plateau. You seem like you're not getting results anymore. So depending on what your goal is, sometimes you might feel like you're not getting any results. You've probably hit a plateau, and you just need to switch it up a little bit. You just need to switch it up a little bit. When you do your resistance training, your weight training, always remember that the muscles need to match. When you do your biceps, the front of your arm, you need to definitely do the triceps, the back of the arms. You don't want to have these toned triceps and then the back of the arms are like, huh? And vice versa. You don't want to have toned triceps and the front of the arms are looking like, wow. Okay? When you're working on those legs, these quadriceps, make sure you get those hamstrings. Okay? And you can just do calves. I'm telling y'all, when you go to the restroom. When you go to the restroom, you want to do 3 sets a day. You don't have time. You're at work. You know what? When you go to the restroom at work, do you 12 squats real quick. Do you 12 squats. Most of us go to the restroom at least 3 to 4 times a day, right? If you can't set out a specific time to exercise, when you go into that restroom to get ready for the morning, take your shower, wash your face and all that, do your 12 squats real quick. That's 1 set. You can start off doing 2 sets a day. I suggest 3 sets to anybody. But when people are just starting, you don't want to put too much on people. Do your 2 sets. So you've done 1 set while getting ready for work or whatever you want to do that day. Okay? Around the next time you go to the restroom, do 12 more squats. Okay? You've worked on those squats and you've done 2 sets of 12. All right? If you only want to do 2, when you go to the restroom a 3rd time, do some lunges. Try to incorporate it into your day. If you don't really have a set time that you can say, I'm going to do it from 5 to 5. I'm going to do it from 7 to 7:30. I said 5 to 5. I'm going to do it from 5 to 5:30. I'm going to do it from 7 to 7:30. Well, you can do that when you go to the restroom. You can work on those thighs when you go to the restroom, which will also hit those glutes, okay, because you're doing those squats. You'll hit those buns, those buns. If you hand wash your dishes, calf raises. Calf raises. Do you some calf raises. If you don't hand wash your dishes, whatever you find yourself doing, when you're at work, you take a break. Do 20 calf raises. So sometimes you don't have to just necessarily, pick out 30. When you're talking about toning and weight training, you don't always have to just do it in a 30-minute time slot. Like, just do it when you can. Just try to remember to do it. Just try to remember to do it. So again, thank you, ladies. We didn't have any guys today, did we? Yes, we did. We had Joshua. We had Steven. We did. We had a couple of male trolls. We had a couple of male trolls. So I wish each and every one of you guys a good night. Of course, think about self. You can think about self without being selfish, right? Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself so that you can take care of that family that you love. Take care of yourself so that you can take care of the family that you love. Okay? Take care of those friends that are like family. Take care of yourself so that you'll be able to take care of others. Okay? Because you guys know many of us, a lot of us, we put family first. When family calls, we drop whatever and we run, even if we're doing something for ourselves. And that's good. That's okay. The kids need us. The kids call, we're coming. The hubbies call, we're coming. The parents call, we're coming. That's okay. But take care of yourself as well. When you go to your doctor's appointment, ask for your labs. Look at your numbers. Okay? Don't panic when one is maybe a little bit low or a little bit high. He sees it. Don't panic. Don't panic. Talk with them and go from there. And I know that's easier said than done, okay? Because sometimes some things can be off just a little bit, and it can cause people to panic. Shoot, it can cause you to panic. But you know that you're on top of it because you're able to look at the lab. So at least you got it done, right? You got it done. So you guys, again, have a blessed night. Have a peaceful night. Have a restful night. You know, and if something bothers you, just try your best to brush it off, shake it off, or laugh it off. Because a lot of times when you laugh, if someone is bothering you, their job is defeated by your laughter. If someone is bothering you, your job, that's at work. You know, sometimes you have that supervisor that's always getting on everybody's nerves. And sometimes they come through, they say things, they say this or they say that. And when you don't get mad, when they see that they make you mad, I won't say that they're always happy, but sometimes in their eyes, they've done their job. Now, depending on what you're doing, maybe they have. But if you kind of laugh it off, then that laughter will release your stress. And you're not trying to stress them, but it will definitely release your stress. Do y'all hear that? They need to get those brakes handled. They need to get those brakes handled. Jill says, thank you, same to you, hon. Yes, Jill, tell your mom we said hello. And take care of her, because we know she's going to take care of you. Okay? Mama takes care of you no matter what your age. Mama and daddy, they're always taking care of you. They're always, even if it's just the words that they say to you, even if it's just the words that you remember them saying to you, instilling in you when you're growing up, they're constantly taking care of us. Because a lot of times we have to reflect back on some of the things that they've taught us. And those are the things that allow us to kind of push through sometimes, a lot of times. Jill says, absolutely, thanks. Veronica says, I just got off of vacation, and when I came back home, I jumped straight back on my gallon of water and fasting. Yes, that fasting. I did touch on fasting a little bit. Yeah, sometimes fasting can make you feel so much better. Like it can just, it makes you feel so good. You know, fasting from food, of course, fasting from, what were we saying, social media. Look, try to fast from arguing. Y'all have that person in your life who likes to argue all the time? You have that person in your life who loves to argue, always want to fuss? Or even if they don't like to argue, they just kind of like to be nitpicky. And it's like, every time they say something to you, you're like, you're on guard. Like, try to fast from letting them affect you. Try to fast from letting them affect you. But yes, fasting is good. It's good for the mind, body, and soul. It's good for the mind, body, and soul. I think a lot of people fast too. A lot of people are great at it. Some people aren't so great at it because it takes dedication and determination. It does. It takes dedication and determination to fast. It really does. And it's, you know, harder for some people than it is for others. It's easier for some people than it is for others. So just do your best. Do your best, you know, and your fast doesn't have to be just like somebody else's fast. Like, you know, sometimes you have to fast in a different way than normal, you know? So there's a such thing as building up your fast. There's a such thing as building up your fast and getting better at fasting. And the better you get at it, you know, the better you tend to feel. The better you get at it, the better you tend to feel. I noticed that it's starting to get dark just a little bit earlier. I think the time won't fall back until November, like maybe the first weekend. The first or second weekend, do you guys remember? It's the first or second weekend in November. Time will fall back. Y'all know growing up, it took me forever to remember when it was time for the time to change. And it was just the simple notion of spring, you spring forward, fall, you fall back. It took me forever. I think I was like, as a kid, I probably really didn't. I could understand being a kid like, 12 and under, not really even thinking about what it really was. I just knew that the time would change. And I knew that we lived across the street from a church. And I knew that at one point in the year, some people would be an hour late and some people would be an hour early. So that was pretty much what it was. And then, but then when I became a teenager, I think it took me to getting grown to really. I was always saying, so what do we do tonight? Do we go forward or do we go backwards? And it's just a simple notion of fall, you fall backwards, spring, you spring forward. Y'all, we talking about fasting and eating. I'm hungry now. I gotta go get me some veggies. I don't even care if I get meat. I just want some vegetables. I want like some peas, field peas and okra. Do I want corn? I don't know. Maybe I really want some. I want squash, field peas and okra. Do you guys ever get the veggie plate when you go out to eat? Cause I'm really, really wanting some some squash, field peas, okra. What else could I put with that? The green and yellow squash, field peas, okra, a few slices of tomato. Y'all, I did a short last night. I'm so greedy. I was hungry, y'all. I hadn't gone to bed yet, but I got so hungry. And it was like everything that was in the kitchen needed to be cooked. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I found that tomato. I grabbed that tomato, sliced it. I sprinkled a little pink Himalayan salt on it. And that was my snack. That was my snack. But I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I keep talking because I keep walking. Walking and talking. Let's walk and talk. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow on the next Let's Walk and Talk live. And for those who missed the live, catch the replay. You don't have to watch this whole replay, but catch a little bit of it. If you want to watch the whole thing, I would appreciate it. If you just want to catch a little bit, I appreciate it the same. So I will see you guys later. Bye, y'all.